There's something down in there. It looks like an old hot water system or something, but I could probably make my way down in through here. There's got a bit of a gully. That's where a lot of stuff tends to end up because, you know, gravity. People can dump things and they roll down out of sight. So, I'll just have a quick look here. Yeah, I reckon I can do that okay. Yeah, this will be all right. I'll just make my way down the valley because I do remember the bit of a steep edge over there had cars. Can't imagine people getting them out of here, but I can also imagine them being rusted down to absolutely nothing too. I'm down. I don't think I should be spotted. And I can spend a bit of time down here. Okay, what I'll do is just park. Okay. All right, I'll just have to keep my hands free here, I guess. Seat cushion, big old tyre. Yeah, tyres. People want to get rid of tyres, you just roll those down the hill into the bush. All right, I think I'll just go down and I'll keep looking to my right. Oh, we've got lantana. Just an old washer, big old washer, that thing. I don't know what's under my feet. I know it's grass, but you know, as far as I know as well, this lantana could be hiding what I remembered seeing, if it's here at all. All right, this is easy. Just go this way. I think it's best to stay close to the edge. Don't know what that thing is. No, just some silly thing. Bit of a track there, not been animal track. I can see a wee bit of car. Oh, here too. All right. I don't believe these bits are still here. This is worth it for me. I know it's not much, but it is what's remaining. Little piece of a Holden wagon. There's a little bit over there. From memory, there was, I mean, I don't expect to see anything of the Mini, but yeah, a little bit of a look under here. I'm amazed that this is still here. I'm not amazed that I remembered it, this spot, but I'm amazed that this is still here, looking like a car. It's got one of those. Is that? Oh yeah, it's a little ding in it. But I think that there is a nice little part. I'll just get through here. There is a track here. You know, do people still come in here? I don't know. Here's another piece of something upside down. We've got a whole dashboard there. So we'll figure that one out. All right, what is this? Wow, we've got some heavy duty stuff. We've got some vent slides down there. Looks like a rubber top dash. Oh, this could be Valiant. It is Valiant. Look at these big torsion bar adjusters. So you can raise and lower the front of your Valiant. Now, would we? I couldn't guess because I think a lot of these Valiants were very similar to each other. You could swap a lot of bumpers, a lot of doors, and things like that on these. But, let's move this pad. Just have a look at the crash pad. See, that's a big crash pad. I think the early AP5s, AP6s might have had just a smaller piece for a crash pad. This could be up near your VH. That colour, that could be a VH colour. From the VH, VK? VJ, yeah, VH then VJ, is it? And VK, of course, that's very similar too. Yeah, that's that metallic green colour. Pedals, pedals, pedals. One big fat pedal here. We've got a bit of that air vent. Yeah, there's your big brake pedal, accelerator pedal. Yeah, there's not a lot else on this to tell me, but you know, if I was a Valiant guy, I might know that shape on the dashboard. I might know what that is, but I'm going around the VH era here. Well, there we are. I'll just go VH Valiant on this one, only because of that colour. Here's the other part of the Holden. Well, this is funny because this has the other rear on it, so there's another wagon. So this might be a HR wagon, because I remembered HR. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of a rough track through here. Yeah, there it is. HR Holden. Tailgate, bit of a bumper. Right, this other, so we've got a mangled up front end in there. We've got this old bit here. There's shockies and steering components, probably from an old British car. Yeah. Ball joints. Wow, some pedals that come through the floor, or lever from the bottom instead of like that. They're on the floor and they kind of do that. So she's an oldie. Front driver's door. You know, some of this stuff is almost collectible these days, you know, just for shed art or something. Things a little bit better than that. Oh, there's a piece of bumper bar in there. That looks like the Valiant. That looks like a VE Valiant. Piece of bumper in there. There's probably a whole bumper running right through there. There is too. So there's a Valiant bumper running right underneath in there. Yeah, so for your rat rods and stuff, and you want a bumper that's just had an interesting life. You know, some chrome, some scratches, but you know, pretty straight at the same time. Okay, at this point, I'm not looking up there. I don't see anything up there. I'll go down to this other piece of body, and I'm going to say that was a success. I recalled this from, oh look, closer to 40 years ago. I knew these were down in here. Let's see if that little body down there is a Mini. Then I'll get out of here and call that one a successful little trip. Remembering, of course, there's just not much around in the bush anymore. Kalua. Huh. Wonder if they're still like that. If they're embossed and amber like that. Well, it's down in there. That'll stay there for another day. If I was here in summer, I think I'd be, well, besides be sweating, I'd be kicking stuff. I'd be kicking logs, kicking stuff like this and making a nice little racket. so the snakes will run away. Well, you know what I mean. There's your old stubby. That's your proper old stubby bottle. Before the neck was changed and before the top, the cap was changed. All right, here's the bit of body. If this is a mini, then I've remembered correctly, so from a long time ago, which is a good thing to still have the memory working as well as it is. And this ain't no mini, okay. All right, this is unusual. I've got to say, this is unusual. I guess we could sort of classify cars at a certain age as well, when we see the guttering with the stainless trim. I guess in the 90s they started. In the 90s they started changing that to have a smooth roof line over the doors. Now this has a little bit of evidence over there. It's unusual. This is a strange looking thing. I can see over there there's a taillight, you know, surroundy bit. All right, we look. It looks like a four-door sedan. That wheel arch is very strange. Very strange. It's a tall thing from the bumper down there up into there. That's a tall car, or whatever I'm thinking. I don't know, but we should be able to identify this. Okay, this car. What is this thing? Oh man, it's got your little overriders on there. The boot, so that is a boot lid. It almost looked like a ute before. And at least we got this over here. This should give it to us. All right, what is this little taillight here? All right, looks like I might get this little overrider off. Here's the overrider, like that, and that. Look at that thing. Is this like a Fiat or something? Looks European like that. Yeah, there's sometimes just embossing letters and numbers and things, but what is that little guy there? All right, I hope this is fun for somebody other than me. Just a curiosity, just finding stuff like this. I just really like it. See that detail? Look at this detail. Look at this wheel arch. That's very round. This body line. Look at this styling that goes around here. Oh, that's where the bumper would meet up. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. There we are. There's that shape, but it's all built in down there. Just those details just down here are very unusual to me. But let's have a look. Just at the back of the boot lid here, just to see. Ah, look, the boot lid had some styling there, so I guess it was raised up and back down again with that style. And if we look here, there possibly could have been a big chrome shroudy thing with your number plate just under it. I'm still here, I haven't left yet, I'm not out of the woods yet. I've been through quite a bit of web and spiders. I found the closest thing that you'll ever find to a mini miner, and that is a Volkswagen Beetle. And there it is. There's more of it just down in there. There's a the crumpled front of it. And all I know about this is it's a superbug. So whenever the superbug came out, oh well, I don't know when that was, but anyway, that's the only identifiable thing on this. It's a superbug. Oh, it's a Falcon. That's a Falcon boot. Now I'm going to flip this over. And this is an XR or an XT bumper. And let's see what's heavy. Okay, nothing. Oh, okay. Well, there we are. You can look at that. like that, I guess. Yeah, F, so you got to see the holes there, Falcon, so it wasn't a Fairmont, just a Falcon, blue, Falcon, boot-libbed. That's pretty close to where it was. There were no critters under there anyway. Ah, here's a mudguard. Right, I'm just gonna have to stomp my way through this. Ooh, Suzuki. We found ourselves somebody's little Suzuki Sierra, I suppose it could be. Okay, what did we find? That looks like a bit of HQ, not HQ, it came after HQ, that one. So that's a Z or an X or a X, HJ, HX, HZ bumper Holden. Yeah, we've got a Suzuki. Look, it's got a name tag on there. Not a name tag, you know, an ID plate. It's got an ID plate. I'm going to get a closer look at that. So, a yellow Suzuki, there's a little emblem that would have been on there. Would have that said Sierra? Maybe. I don't know my Suzukis all that well. Oh, yeah, there's the other end of that Holden bumper. Heap of tyres. Right, I'll just get around this thing. I'm going to just try and clean a bit of this out and just have a look at this little Suzuki. This piece of dashboard. Something plastic dash, or is that part of something completely different? Geez, it might be a television for all I know. All right, I'm going to just clear this, have a quick look, and have one last glance at this Sierra. All right, I've cleared a bit of the lantana away here, just to get a closer look at what remains of this Suzuki. Now, I haven't been able to read this down under here, but Suzuki Motor Co. And it's a little disappointing. That thing there is only a sticker. And I was looking for rivets, but there's nothing on there. But we'll see if we can find... I might just get the phone. Yeah, I'll be able to find out the details of this little Suzuki later. But there it is. Somebody's smashed. I gotta wonder. I mean, these were great little cars. I just gotta wonder what the story is behind this. You know, stolen and then dumped in here. I mean, it's an easy place to hide a car. But anyway, it's got a little ID thing there. It's got a brake master there. There doesn't seem to be a booster on there. Let's have the booster elsewhere, which is, you know, not unlikely. Oh, there's a grill in there. Anyway, we've got the details on it. Yellow Suzuki with some, you know, pretty common stripes on there, and probably not much else. All right, so that's a little something. I mean, I do like that. I do like something recognisable, and that's an easy one. So I'll get a pic of that. So okay, Suzuki Sierra. I just wonder, you know, sometimes people will go, I had one of those stolen off me. That's probably my car. Well, you know, come down and have a look and say hello and goodbye to your old Suzuki. All right, there's the Suzuki. Let's see if we can make that out. I don't know if I'm flaring or probably. It's SJ40 is the type, I think it's what it says. Engine is F10A, 970cc. Colour is 09H. And an engine number, 785912. I think 783912. Anyway, not important. There's the ID plate off the old Suzuki. The other thing is just stuck tight on there. That's not coming off. It's just glued on, and that's it. The Mini, I knew there was a Mini. I didn't think it was way out here, down from that bit of a, you know, cliff edge. I'll call it a cliff edge. But here we are, a little Morris Mini Minor. And it's just been sitting here. I guess, oh, look, the 80s, maybe the 70s. Last little remains. Somebody's come in and cut. Oh, look at that. They've come in and ground off. Now, that would have been a mighty big extension lead, don't you think? Because when that was done, I don't think there was, unless it was cut before it came to the dump. I guess that's a possibility as well. But on the other hand, I will say that's a very thin blade. Who knows? There's nothing left. Nothing left now. I can't see anything salvageable. I'd like to see if there's something, a little tiny piece of something on these cars that's useful. Just the remains of a bumper. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'll end the video with the Mini. I found the Holden, found the Mini, and 5 bonus cars as well, so that was pretty good. I'll make the presumption that there are other cars in this area. There are other undeveloped places not too far from here. I'll go for a bit of a scout. If I find anything decent, I'll bring those to you in a future video. But for now, just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you real soon. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.